We're going to start out with our game of the week. And like normal, Isaac, why don't you tell the folks what our game of the week is?
Folks, our game of the week is 6th-ranked Tennessee hosting 15th-ranked Oklahoma at 7:30 p.m. at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee.
So this is going to be a really good matchup, and I think this is one that's definitely going to be hard to pick. I mean, you have Tennessee, who's been putting on offensive masterclasses against amazing, great programs like Kent State and University of Tennessee at Chattanooga and NC State, who almost lost to Western. But they've obviously been, blowing teams out by a ton. But this is really their first test going into Gaylord Memorial Stadium at Oklahoma. Oklahoma having a really, really good defense this year. Offensive line definitely having some struggles. They've had a lot of players hurt, but they're continuing to get players back, especially like wide receiver Nick Anderson. It's going to be a good one. Oklahoma, they're coming off a gritty, but still a big win against Tulane, who is a good football team who played Kansas State really close just a couple weeks ago. They also had a really tough, gritty win against Houston, which I know a lot of people were not, or a lot of OU fans were not happy about, but still looking good. You got the quarterback battle of Nico Iamaleava and Jackson Arnold. Nico Iamaleava, 48 for 67, 698 yards, 6 touchdowns so far. Jackson Arnold, 54 for 86, 484 yards, and 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So both 2 interceptions, both about the same number of touchdowns, kind of close in yards. This could be interesting. This is definitely going to be a huge test for Tennessee's defense, like I just said. Obviously, they haven't really played anybody. NC State, a lot of people are like, oh, we blew out NC State. Well, it really wasn't that big of a win, guys. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. I mean, like you like NC State played them well a little bit in the first quarter, but I mean, you're talking about a team who just struggled to win a game by 10 points against Louisiana Tech last week. So this is not going to be an easy one for Tennessee. So everybody who's like, oh, Tennessee's got it, this is easy, no, it's not. Oklahoma is going to show up and play well at their own stadium. And this is Oklahoma's first SEC game, so it's also an interesting one for them. Not to be putting all the hype, away on Tennessee, but, Oklahoma, they're also going to have a challenge, which is why this is going to be difficult. You're going to have to shut down Nico, shut down the run game, and play really well. So the ESPN FPI, this game has Tennessee at 71%. The TBD model, our model, actually has OU favored by 10, and the spread is Tennessee by 7. Thank God Isaac is picking first. Who do you got?
I'm excited about this game. I will have to try to carve out some time to watch it after the wedding I'm going to be at this weekend, that evening. Tennessee by 7, TBD model by 10. It's interesting. It seems week in and week out we have the TBD model at odds with the official spread or FPI, whatever it might be. With that said, it's a road game. Oklahoma's top 15. Brent Venables working on a pretty good defense there. Oklahoma's looked decent so far. They look pretty good against Tulane, who just took K-State to the wire a couple weekends ago. This one, man, as much as I hate to say it, yeah, I've got the Volunteers. I've got Tennessee. I think they cover. Maybe not. Maybe only by a touchdown. Maybe by 6. But I think it'll be close to a touchdown game. Maybe more. Tennessee's got a good offense. Oklahoma historically has not had a great defense, but we'll see what happens. But I've got the gaudy orange in this one.
Like I was saying earlier, this one definitely will be interesting. You've got 2 pretty good quarterbacks who are still learning the ropes, starting for the first time this year. Taking control of the team. Tough road game. I don't think Oklahoma gets enough credit for how tough of a stadium they have. Tough road game for Tennessee and their defense. I think that Oklahoma is battle-tested now after playing a team like Tulane and, getting that gritty win. People don't give gritty wins enough credit, because I know I'm a Georgia fan, so I'm going to sound biased, but, a gritty win against Kentucky, that sucks. I wish we would have won by more, but you know what it's going to do? That's going to prepare us for those tougher road games and tougher games down the stretch. I don't care if Kentucky lost to South Carolina by 30 last week. They only lost by 1 this week. So gritty wins are tough, and that's why I'm going to have to go with Oklahoma in this one. I think they're going to be tested in this one. I think this is going to be a blow-by-blow game, just like a lot of games last week were. But give me Oklahoma and the Sooners in this one.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I will have to say I kind of have to disagree with Isaac. I feel like ever since Brent Venables came in, maybe not the first year, but definitely these past couple years, Oklahoma has definitely been a lot better on defense. His first year, it was kind of in between. The defense was really good, offense not so much. Then his second year, offense was really good, defense took a dive. This year, I feel like that defense is at a good place, and they're trying to figure out this young offense. Meanwhile, Tennessee, we all know where their offense is at. It's been the same since Hendon Hooker. I mean, they can go over your head through the air. They can run it down the middle through your teeth with the run game. But their defense hasn't always been the most consistent or good at that matter. Every year they say it's going to be good, ends up not being so much. It's a tough one, man. I mean, a really good offense, questionable defense right now. Haven't seen them against a good opponent. Meanwhile, Oklahoma, we've seen their offense against a not so great opponent, and it was not a good performance. But, they fought, they battled, their defense held together, which was awesome. And then they followed it up with a solid win against Tulane. So I'm going to have to go Oklahoma here because it is at Oklahoma. This actually is a hard pick. I feel like it's going to be a really good game offensively for both teams. At least Tennessee, I know it will be. It's just a matter of those defenses. If Oklahoma's offense shows up and their defense is the way it's been, I just don't see Oklahoma losing the game.